This is Mike Bowers. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about the Ohio Growth Summit, and I'm here with Keith Speers. And Keith will be leading one of our breakout sessions, which will be focused on business growth. So, Keith, if you want to just kind of give me a little bit of a sense of maybe some of your experience in dealing with businesses and as they grow, and what kind of things they have to deal with.
Sure. You know, as a business owner myself for more than 16 years, and the owner of 2 consulting companies that focused on helping businesses to kind of look at their systems, improve their practices, and ultimately get better results. When you think about the different things that people are attempting and oftentimes struggling at or failing at, what I've come to realize is that oftentimes what they're doing is they're looking at symptoms rather than the real causes. And so people often try to focus on the things that they think that they can accomplish. So instead of tackling the notion of putting systems in place, looking at their structures, looking at the functions of individuals, the processes, and kind of articulating those so that they can get the systemic, same high-quality results, what they do is they say, oh, I'm gonna continue to do that, and then I'm going to add this one function over here. And so what you start to do is you start to see that people get job descriptions that don't really look like the job title that they hold. Job descriptions get added, or functions get added to job descriptions based upon personalities. And so some of the things that we'll be talking about are how do you really look at that mission and use your mission of your organization, your purpose of your organization, to guide the work that you do? How do you use it to set priorities? How do you look at what customers need and expect? And how do you make sure that your company is meeting those needs and expectations, because that's when people buy.
Right.
So we'll really be talking a lot about, regardless of whether you work in products or services, we're going to be talking about how is it that you put the customer at the center of that, and then utilize their outcomes as your outcomes to determine how to grow your business.
Right. Let me ask you this. Say you're an entrepreneur, you started your business, and your business has progressed. You've been in business for a few years. What are some things that I think that the individual business owner kind of goes through internally as they try to make this shift?
Well, obviously, if you started out by yourself, there's the whole problem of deciding when you're going to add staff, whether they're going to be an employee or a contractor, and then how much you're going to trust them to do the things that you've been doing. Oftentimes what we see in businesses, especially with solopreneurs, is that they bring people on board but don't want to relinquish the control over the things that they've done. Sometimes it's merely their passion. It's the thing that got them excited about the business. And so I think there's a little bit of, am I afraid to let go of that because I'm afraid I'm letting go of my passion? Maybe I won't be as invested in the business if I do. Right. So, you know, being able to put the systems in place that allow someone else to do the work, but for there to be quality checks. Right. So that you can ensure that the way you would go about doing it, or the quality that you would expect in the end, still remains in place.
Right. You've got to put those systems in place so that you can delegate, so that you can let go of the management of some of the pieces, so you can really move to a level of leadership.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it really is the difference between, you know, you kind of doing this work and having a business that is working for you and with you. You leading a business versus you doing all the work. Right. And the problem is that there's so many hours in the day. You can't spend the rest of your life working 17-hour days. Right. So how do you build a business and the structures, put the people and the personnel in place, support them, expect the high-quality results, provide the right support for them to be attained, right, and ultimately grow your business without destroying your life.
Right, right. So the breakout session that we're going to have at the summit, it is workshop oriented. It'll be 3 hours or so of focus time on your business. So tell me a little bit about what your thoughts are about what people can expect actually in the session.
Sure. I mean, the session really is for people who are interested in rolling up their sleeves and working on their business while they're there. It's not a sit and get. They shouldn't expect that I'm going to be sitting there talking to them and telling them all the great secrets that I've learned in business. What I hope to do is facilitate a conversation, a collaborative conversation among small business owners and people that work in small businesses, leaders, to help them really think through what it is that they can do when they leave the session, immediately to go back and put some strategies to work for their business to improve it. And so that's going to be a lot of facilitated conversation, a lot of brainstorming, a lot of asking the tough questions, making sure we're asking the right questions. So what they should expect is they'll get some new tools, they'll get some templates to help them with their work, they'll get a lot of opportunity to engage with other people and really think critically about their business and how they take it to the next level.
So they need to be ready to work when they get there.
Come prepared to work.
There you go. Okay. Well, Keith, thanks a lot. We're looking forward to May 24th, the Ohio Growth Summit. Keith will be there, and we're going to have a number of other sessions. So we've got some great keynote speakers. So be sure that you keep an eye on OhioGrowthSummit.com, and we will see you on May 24th.